Hello everyone, today we're going to be checking out Kadomon Hyper Auto Battlers. Kadomon, not really sure how to pronounce it, but it's a great game. It's an indie game made by Fireshine Games and Dino Rocket, and it's sort of this combination between like Pokemon and like a roguelike, like sort of like a card building roguelike, and then an auto battler. So we're going to go ahead and load in here. And loading screen might take a bit, so while we're loading in, I'm going to use this time to sort of introduce myself. So I am Alex. You may be familiar with some of the content on my channel, such as the music edits and the marble racing videos. I'm hoping to branch out this channel with some newer types of content. Okay, loading actually was a lot quicker than I expected. So let me go ahead and explain what's going on here. So we have 3 different starters we can choose from: Belief, Monku, and Kreese. It's sort of like an auto battler where you're going to have your different types that you want to get synergies with. So like grass type here, if we get multiple grass types on our team, then we get the regen buff, which is going to heal our guys over time. So we can right click to look at the stats here. Belief is a utility unit. He's got 30 health, he's got 6 attack, and then he's got 13 speed. The way the game calculates speed is the lower the speed is, the faster the unit attacks. So 6 damage and 13 speed is actually pretty good for a support unit. On top of their base stats, each unit also has a passive and a super. So Belief's passive, at the start of the battle, he's gonna trigger the guys in front of him, he's gonna trigger their super. And then once this bar fills up, Belief is going to give the person in front of him some fortitude, which is going to like negate the next attack. It's actually pretty good. And then he's going to give them some regen. So Belief's a solid support unit. So we start our run by picking one of these starters. We have a few other things going on up here. We've got morale, which is like your health. If you lose fights, then your morale goes down. You've got your money, which you can use at the shops. You've got these counters, which when these tick down, you're going to get special effects after winning fights. And then we've got some other tabs here that I'll get into as we get deeper into the run. So we're going to start off by picking Belief, and this is sort of the world map we've got going on here. It's a roguelike, so it's going to be randomly generated each time. We've got these encounter spaces with 2 different types. So on this stage, I'm only going to be able to fight lightning and dusk monsters. There are mini-boss stages, which you definitely want to avoid these early on, because these are surprisingly tough. Like, your team will not be prepared to face them at all. There's mystery events, which can give you good or bad, like random encounters. From my experience, they usually tend to be bad more often than good, and I try to avoid them. We also have, these are campsite spaces. These are really good for upgrading your team. You can either choose to get more experience, or you can choose to add types to your monsters. Each monster can have up to 3 types. And it's like Pokemon, where you've got, let me find the screen. You've got a type chart. So, of course, fire monsters are going to be good against like grass and ice and bug. And yeah, there's a whole in-depth type chart. But from my experience, the type chart actually isn't that important. Because with Pokemon, you might try to build a well-rounded team with different types, but in this game, it's actually more important to have the same types on your team. Because up here, you're getting bonuses. So if I get multiple bug types, it's going to create a bunch of little flies that can swarm the field. Of course, we looked at the grass earlier, that gives you regen. And there's all sorts of other different buffs with types. So we're going to see what monsters we get and try to build a team around what types we get. So we are going to start. I think Bug and Water is pretty solid for what we're trying to do so far. Rhyemite. Okay. Rhyemite is good for an ice type build because his passive makes it so enemies that are frozen are going to take extra damage. And of course with an ice build you're going to be slowing down the enemies a lot. And then his super is going to buff our team up depending on how slow the enemies are. So we're gonna get Rhyemite, and hopefully maybe we can build an ice team with him. So the way combat works, these bars are gonna fill up and then the monsters attack. got Belief kicking some ass right here. You also start your runs with Knock. He's just kind of a little guy. He helps you get through the early fights. He's not very good. You want to replace him pretty soon. So here is your rewards after a fight. You get some money. You get to recruit one of the guys that you defeated. So for us, that's going to be Rymite. You get to select an item. Let's see. Thorns don't get removed. Gain fast. Grant a random ally 1 max health. Here, spare parachute's pretty solid. You get to just start the battle with your super. And then field effects. So the items you attach to your Kadomons. So like that spare parachute, we could stick that on like Rymite, for example. Field effects are more of like passive effects that affect your entire party. So since we're trying to build an ice team, Frozen is actually really good for us, because this is going to turn all the water types we find into ice types, which is going to synergize really well. So here is the shop screen slash like the in-between fight screen. We can adjust our party, we can move the order they're positioned. So neither of these guys are too tanky, so we're just going to put Knock in the front for now. Belief is buffing the guy in front of him, so that's going to be Knock. And then we'll have Rymite in the back, because he doesn't have as much health. And then let's go ahead and put the spare parachute on Belief. So now we get to start the battle with him helping the tank in the front. And then as we collect gold, we're able to buy certain units from the shop. We're going to actually be saving up to get Frostmaul. They're pretty expensive, but they're a very good ice attacker. Before attack, gain frost equal to enemy's total frost. So he's going to slow himself down depending on how much frost we have on the enemies, which sounds counterintuitive. But then looking at his super, he turns all his frost into damage, which turns Frostmaul into this insane damage carry that can just completely carry your run. I had one run with him where I gave him a bunch of speed, and it more or less broke the game. He did 17 million damage, the enemies couldn't even fight back, it was insane. So we're going to go ahead and start the next fight now. We got some electric opponents. These probably aren't going to be that good for our team, but we're still going to pick one up. We're still in the early part of the game right now, so we're just trying to sort of build out a team and get through the early fights. We can speed up the rate at which the characters attack up here at the top of the screen. I'm going to leave it on the slower speed for now. It looks like our team's holding pretty strong, haven't really taken that much damage. A few more hits and Plasmia should be going down, there we go. And you get XP as you win each fight. Once the bar fills up, your guys are going to evolve, and they'll get stat buffs, which is really nice. So we're going to get some more money, and then again we get to pick someone. Neither of these are really going to help our ice team. We're going to go with Nibbled for now, just because he has 40 health, so he's going to be our tank for the moment. I'm going to stick him in the front and hop into the next battle. So here the path splits and we get to choose which way we want to go. I really am not a fan of these mystery events, so I'm going to stick to this path, especially since there's an ice encounter here and we're trying to build a team around that. So we're going to go into this grass physical spot. I see he has an ice cube on him. Certain enemies can hold items, and if you recruit them to your team, you get their items as well. So let's take a look at this ice cube. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, well, we'll take a look at it after the fight. The game is still in early access right now, so there are still quite a few bugs with it, but the developers have been very fast at patching them. Our team is holding strong. We got one more to go. See, we have Belief here who's just buffing up our tank and healing them, keeping them alive. Belief is probably the best starter because they can just fit into a lot of different teams. They're just a solid support unit. Let's check out what this ice cube does. So if one of our allies faints, we can deal 2 frost to the front enemy. Okay, that's probably not the best ice item, but it's still a good synergy item, so we'll have it for now. We can definitely get rid of Knock off of our team now. We're gonna have Okapage in the back. We've got the grass synergy going on, so we're gonna get some regen. And we've got the bug synergy, so we'll get some little flies spawning in whenever the people on our team die. We are going to keep saving up our gold to try to get Frostmaul, and then I think we could start building a team around that. Let's head on to the next stage. So we got 4 dudes on the enemy team now. We got Kitzap, Nibbles, Snows, and Rabattery. And again, we should mostly be fine for a lot of these earlier fights. It's really the boss fights that are going to get to you and become like the main challenging part of the game. Kapage is going to probably be our damage carry for now until we can unlock Frostmaul. There we go, getting some strength. As you can see, and everyone is going to get XP when you win fights, even the people that are in your box. So we just need 1 more gold and then we can get Frostmaul. If you win a fight against an opponent that you already have and you choose them, instead of getting a duplicate, you'll get bonus XP for the one that you already have. I'm actually not going to go with this because I don't plan on using Nibbolt for my team. I'm going to go with Snows, and I don't plan on using him either. But you can sell your units. When you sell your units, they turn into XP, and you get their items. And you can also sell their items to get more money. We're gonna sell this radioactive gem because it's not very good. It actually makes you lose some of your morale, which is very risky. But by selling this, we get 1 gold, and now we can get Frostmaul onto our team. So we are gonna take Okapage off for now. Gonna put Frostmaul on. Now we have some ice synergy, which is looking very nice. We're actually gonna sell Okapage just to get the solid water off of him. Now we can stick this onto one of our party members. Let's just put it on Rymite for now. And we'll save these small candies before we decide what we want to do with them. On to the next fight. We've got quite a few of the same enemies here, some new guys. Skimu and Mushiki are both pretty solid units. I found that some of the best builds in this game are themed around poison and dark teams, so I'll definitely have to try around with that in another video. But we've got Frostmaul in the corner here. Frostmaul is just like a little beast. This thing should be carrying and doing a shit ton of damage. As you can see there, it's slowing itself down. Mushiki's getting slowed by, I think, Rymite? Something's slowing them down. You'll get so many like different buffs going on in this game, it's gonna kind of get hard to keep track of what's going on, but that's sort of the fun of it. Again, it's an auto battler, so you're not really, like, of course I'm not making any moves or actions in the fight, they're all fighting automatically. The fun in the game is kind of about building your own teams and figuring out what synergies work best. So that's going to be another win, we're going to get some gold. Let's see. Fire Slime's a pretty decent item. On attack, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. That'll be good for Frostmaul because they attack pretty fast. And then, let's see, we got Dark, Electric. Let's get Kitzap, and I think we're going to replace him as our tank. Now we have some Dark synergy going on. Dark is really good because this gives you Last Wish, which basically whenever your guys die, they get revived on 1 health and they get to use their super an extra time, which is just really solid. Works well with a lot of different teams. So we've got this ice encounter now. Hopefully we can get a new ice guy to add to our team. Let's see. Okay, we've got a few options. Let's go ahead and start this fight. We can get Scoopsy, we can get another Rymite for more XP. I think what I'm probably going to go with is Paranewts. Paranewts is going to, whenever we slow down the enemies, he's going to speed up all the allies behind him. So we can put Paranewt in the spot where Belief is right now, and And then Paranute is going to speed up our attackers, which is Rhymite and Frostmaw. So let's see, Scoopsy's going to go down. Oximp is also a pretty solid unit. They're good for like long-term like stats and scaling. They give you extra healing, or it's like extra max health after each encounter, which is definitely good for a lot of teams, but not really what we're going for here. Gonna just keep up the damage. Like, our team's holding really strong right now. Our tank's only just now starting to take some damage. This should be an easy fight win. He's gonna go down, and now we just have Paranutes. One more hit, there we go. Everyone's gonna get XP, get some money, Kadomon. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely gonna go with Paranute here and add him to the team. Let's see, both Kitzap and Paranute are holding multi-berries, which is a consume item. These items you can only use once per fight. You do get them back at the end of a fight, however. So whenever Paranute is hurt, they're gonna gain some health, shield, and damage. Okay, seems pretty solid, although we could definitely find later on, we could probably find some better items for them. And his super is going to slow down the fastest enemy. Okay. We're gonna sell Beleaf to get his item, and we're gonna put the spare parachute on Paranute, and he is going to start the battle by slowing down the fastest enemy. So now we're starting to build this Frost synergy, where Frostmaw is gonna start pumping out like big damage numbers. We've already got 3 ice members on our team, which when one of our allies faints, we're gonna apply 6 ice to all the enemies, which is huge for our synergy here. So let's go ahead and hop into the next fight. We've got a Fire Dark Room. And okay, we can see here, this enemy right here, Baleen, is Fire Ice. They're actually not a Fire Ice type, they are Fire Water. However, if you remember, we've got the Frozen Field effect going on right now, which turns all water types into ice types. So Baleen could actually be a decent tank right now. Baleen is not the best tank, as you can see here. They actually hurt themselves as part of their passive. They basically poison themselves whenever they take damage. However, they charge their super insanely quickly, and their super speeds up everyone behind them. So he's just gonna make our attackers go even faster. It's kind of very similar to Paranute actually, like just giving a speed buff. So we are going to pick up Baleen and see what we can do with him. We're probably going to replace him later, but he'll be a good ice tank for now. With him, we'll have 4 ice types on our team, and we'll get the max ice synergy going. So we can see here, Rhymite's got 6 speed going because of Paranute. You can see Paranute's giving them the speed buffs, and then Rhymite's giving the strength buffs. Like, the buffs are going to start scaling very quickly, as you can see. It's a pretty big hit out there, and one more attack should do it. There we go. Let's get our rewards. We're gonna pick up Baleen. And we can sell some of these units that we're not using. Let's put this XP in a Frostmaw, try and evolve them and get some extra stats. Goodbye Nibbles. Goodbye Knock. There we go, we got our first evolution. This plays the little animation, kind of like Pokemon. And we've got Freezard, pretty sick unit. Let's take a look at their card. Even more attack, even lower speed. He's gonna trigger his attack 2 times now with his super. So Freezard is just gonna really pump out the damage. We also could look into picking up Oracle. This is another water unit who was turned ice because of our frozen modifier. He actually may not be the best for our team. He is more focused around water teams with the splash buff. But it's definitely something to consider. We are definitely not strong enough to take on this mini-boss, so we are going to take this path. see, we got Rockworm over here. Rockworm, highly recommended. You should definitely give him a try. He will carry your runs. He is a tank who will also deal all your damage. You can get so much shield on him, and then he gains thorns to go with his shield, and he will just kill everything. He is great. So as we can see here, Baleen, he's hurting himself. So he's not the best as a tank, but he's speeding up our guys in the back, and then the guys in the back are able to pump out big damage. See, oh no, okay, Freezard got hit with Dizzy, which means he's gonna attack our own teammates, so that's not good. But the speed buffs go crazy. Now he's buffing himself, getting ready to attack. As you can see there, like, Freezard is just gonna carry the runs mostly. Baleen is about to go down. There, Baleen goes down, and now 14 frost on all these enemies got triggered from our ice passive, and as you can see, Freezard has 38 now, and he's about to pump out big damage. Except, oh, he actually got picked off. This is not going to be a good fight for us. So we're going to, can Rymite clutch it up? Okapage is very slow right now. I think we are actually going to win this. Okay, 1 health. So we pick up a win there. If we had lost that, then we would have lost some morale, which wouldn't have been good. So we may need to make some upgrades to our team if we want to stay safe. I'm actually going to pick up Rockworm. They're just really solid tank. I think Baleen is not the best right now. We've got so many multi-berries. Let's put that on Rymite and sell some of these. We don't really need that many. Check out these items. Don't really need any. We could upgrade Rockworm, but we're gonna wait. You can refresh the shop. You have to get these tickets, which you get from the mini bosses, like these, and then the bosses. There's a boss at the end of each world, and you're gonna go through 3 different regions, which have slightly different selections of mons that you can encounter. So there's a bit of variety. So we're gonna go on to the next stage here. And okay, we're starting to fight off against some evolutions now. The battles are starting to get a bit harder. Isotrope is another pretty solid tank. They work well with poison teams. Poison teams are also really strong, so I'll definitely have to try that in another video. We've got Isotrope, we got another Rockworm, another Nibbolt. But yeah, there's just a wide variety of different, like, I guess they're called Kadomons. Like, I think there's around 210, but there's all sorts of, like, hidden evolutions and stuff. Like, really, like, it's such a great indie game. They've put so much detail into it. There's so many, like, hidden features and mechanics to learn about, and there's so many different, like, fun teams you can build. We're gonna try and make this ice team work here, and ice is probably one of the strongest synergies in the game, so I think we should be pretty well off with this run, but we're gonna see how it ends up. So in the meantime, yeah, Freezard's just pumping out big damage. We are getting a little bit poisoned, but Rockworm is pretty tanky. He's gonna be able to handle it pretty well. Nibbolt is about to go down. Freezard is going to slow himself, and yeah, 11 damage, like, that's pretty big for this part of the game. Rockworm, like, even Rockworm is doing good damage. Like, he may not synergize with our team the best, but he's just a solid unit, and we'll probably, there are a few ice tanks that we can find. Like, did you see that? Freezard just did like 40 damage. Like, you can see these are like the post-battle stats. Freezard is just obliterating everything right now. So okay, we got a lot of rewards off this fight. Get a new field effect. Turn all air types into earth types. I think I actually want to keep my air types because that gives you speed, and we want speed. After super, grant ally 2 max HP. That could be decent. Ally ahead hurt, gain 2 strength. I'm gonna go with the flower field. I think that could synergize well if we use our supers a lot. Audio cable is a great item. I will pull that up in a second. Let's get some XP on the Rockworm. Oh, he evolved, but the animation got cut off. There's a few bugs still in the game right now. But the audio cable, when hurt, grant allies behind 3 super charge. That is great, because he's going to be taking a lot of damage. He's just going to feed their supers. Paranute's going to be speeding them up more, and these guys are going to be pumping out even more damage. So let's see. We got 2 campfires and then the boss, so let's see what we can get from these. Oop. Tutorial Okay. So Dusk is a great type. We are going to add that to one of our party members. Let's go with, I think Rhyamite is probably our best bet. Actually, no. Let's do Paranute, yeah. So now we have 2 Dust types on our team, and we're going to grant all our allies Last Wish, which is going to revive them, which is huge. Toxic is another great type, but not really what we're going for right now. So we're going to take the XP, and let's put it on Paranute, so we can evolve them. See what we get. We got a Paraswoop. He's gonna put even more Frost out, he's just got better stats. I mean, it's just your long-term progression type of scaling. Here we got our first boss fight, we got Queenstruction. So this is sort of like a spawner boss, she's gonna make a bunch of little dudes. And we're gonna see if our team can handle it. I believe you take 50 damage from losing a boss fight, so even if we lose here, we should still be fine, and we'll definitely make it to the second world. But as you can see here, all our party members have the Last Wish buff now because we have 2 dark types. So we're really starting to get some good synergies here. Ooh, that is a big hit on the Wormant, I don't know. Although actually, Queenstruction's almost dead, like, I looked away for a second, I think Freezard's just, I mean, yeah, Freezard just 500 damage is insane. And this is just the first boss, like, it's actually crazy. We're gonna get some more money, we're gonna get a shop ticket, we can refresh the shop now. Gonna get another field effect. Let's see. Any fainted allies gain 5 energy. That seems pretty good, since we'll be getting quite a few kills. And then another audio cable, sharp roots. The health potion is a good item, because this is more of just like permanent stat buffs. You can put it on your tank, and then they'll get 5 extra max HP. We're not gonna put it on the Wormant just yet, because I feel like we might change out our tank. Let's reset the shop, and see what we got. Monkey, Lumens. Nothing really good in the shop, so we're just gonna continue on to the second world now. We're gonna path this way to try and get as many ice types as we can. See, apparently just gonna start off by slowing down snows. Like, we just started the fight, and Freezard's already almost one-shotting the enemy tank. Like, their tank is just gone already. It's insane. The buffs are just flying out everywhere. Freezard's about to send out another nuke, I think. Because, yeah, this slow, he turns into attack. They're gonna summon a little dude. Oh, Wormant's not doing so hot, but I think we're fine. I mean, you can't go wrong with Freezard. The game has this, like, achievement system where you do these little achievements to unlock some of the items in Kadomon. I think, yeah, this is, Freezard. So, for any new players, if you want to use him, you're gonna have to finish this achievement first. But it's not too hard, you could probably finish it in a few runs. We're gonna get some more stat buffs going. 54, I mean, Freezard, man, is just gonna absolutely carry. The fight's already over, he's still just buffing himself. You won, you're good, dude. There we go, yeah, 523 damage, and it's only gonna get crazier from there. Oh, Rhyamite's evolving. We got Icicrawl. Like, the art team honestly did such a good job. Like, these designs are awesome. We got, like, the little energy ball. We got the little fire snake. Let's see. None of these really fit our team. Before attack, trigger allies behind attack 1 time. That could be good for Rhyamite to help Freezard attack even more. So, yeah, let's do that, actually. Put that on Rhyamite. And we probably don't need the solid water. We can save that. We don't need these multi-berries either. Let's check out these items. Battle start, grant other allies 3 attack. Seems pretty solid for Paranute. We can hold on to this for now. Let's head to the next fights. We want to get as many ice encounters as we can, so we're gonna take this path. Let's see. We got another Paraswoop, and we got Zipstrat, who is actually, again, not an ice type, he's a water type, who's getting changed by the frozen modifier. I don't think we're going to put him on our team, because like the other guy, he's more for like splash water builds. But honestly, we may not even need to find an ice tank, because Warmant is just such a great tank already. I mean, 73 damage, Freezard's just nuking everything. Like, they don't even get a chance to fight back. Did we even take any damage? Or Warmant took a little bit, but like, our team's just chilling. Like, Freezard, slow down, dude. I mean, he is slowing down, he's slowing himself down, but yeah, 96, 700 damage. I don't think those enemies even had 700 health. Oh, Balium's evolving. Close out of that, and let's get the XP for Paranewts. Get rid of you. Let's start putting XP into Freezard so we can evolve him. I'm gonna go into the next ice room. Here we go, we have a few options. We got a lot of different choices actually. We got Flufferin, Coldmelt, and Pup Ice. Pup Ice is a good backline support. They're really solid and can fit into a lot of teams, but our backlines kind of fill it out right now. I mean, we don't want to get rid of Freezard, of course. So, probably not going to go with Pup Ice. Let's see, what does Coldmelt do? When hurt, deal frost to random enemies. Okay, that's actually really good. And they are air type, which is going to give us the air synergy, which gives us a speed boost. And then, I think there was another guy. I think he got taken out. We'll have to look at him after the battle's over. But yeah, Freezard's just nuking everything as always. Got a Snowball that spawned in. Popeyes. But there's just like so many different like synergies. There's so many like fun ways you can play the game, and it's really about finding ways to break the game like we are with Freezard here. This is probably like one of the most broken builds in the game you can go for. He's just gonna keep buffing himself. And then we got Paraswoop here who's just speeding everyone up. And Pup Ice is gone. Okay, let's check out that other guy. I wasn't able to take a look at him. Freezard just killed him so fast. Battle's over, guys. You can stop buffing each other. He gets 1600 damage. It's insane. We're not even halfway through the second world yet. Flufferin. When hurt. Okay, so he was making the little spawnables. We're gonna go with Coldmelt because they actually synergize really well with our team. And let's do some item switching to get the audio cable on him. We're gonna give him the health potion, and we're gonna sell Rockworm. And then give Freezard some XP. Don't need that, don't need that, get some extra money. And next room. And it's another ice room. Don't really need any of these guys though, so we're just gonna get some extra XP from them. Ooh, that's actually a bit troublesome, so they got someone on their team who can move my guys around. That could mess with our synergy, because we need Paraswoop to be speeding our team up. That's sort of our team's one weakness, I guess, is getting moved around. Because yeah, this game has all sorts of interesting status conditions. You can build teams around anything. It's not just like the type synergies. You could build a team around like moving people, or around getting a lot of shield, and cool stuff like that. But we should still be fine. Coldmelt is doing a pretty good job. Yeah, he's just buffing our team with the audio cable and pumping out the frost, which is helping buff Freezard. Freezard is just 129. And that's another run with over 1000 damage. I mean, Freezard just will not stop. We are going... It doesn't really matter who we pick here. Let's just go with Luchador. Lucky Coin's a great item if you need extra money. I was gonna say, we are actually doing fine on money right now. We're just gonna do that and hop into the next fight. Let's go for... both of these aren't really gonna matter too much. I think it's about the pathing. We're gonna have to do a mystery event next. We'll go with this path so we can hit another ice room. But we've got great synergies going on right now. We have the full ice synergy, we've got the dark synergy, and then we've got the air synergy, which is like 3 of the best synergies in the whole game. Got Paraswoop buffing everyone. Helmet's actually a bit of a problem. He is hurting Freezard. I think okay, this might be a bug. Yeah, Freezard's dead. I think we actually lose this fight. Yeah, I gotta check what he does. I'm pretty sure that their tank he had some sort of debuff on him. But I think we might still be able to win this. Like, don't sleep on Icicrawl either. Like, with the 17 speed, like, they're gonna pump out pretty good damage too. I mean, they're attacking so fast, yeah. They've got so many spawnables though, but Icicrawl, can you attack fast enough? Okay, we're down to 5. Okay, so here's the revive kicking in from the dusk, keeping them at 1 health. We might actually win because of that. We're gonna see what happens. Gonna buff everyone up. Okay, I think this is probably a losing fight, because we've lost both our damage dealers now, so we're definitely going to take a little bit of morale damage, but we can take it. We have 90 morale. 54 slow. He's just not attacking. He's so slow. 53, their entire team's so slow. We might actually win this because of all the slow. Oh, whoa, crazy shenanigans are going on right now. Yeah, this is like a bug spawner team, and it actually kind of wrecked our team mostly because they had like certain units can target your back line, which is actually a pretty big problem for our team comp right now. But we might be able to still win this if Paraswoop can hold on. Colemelt actually has this bomb passive building up, where when he dies, he's gonna explode, get out some good damage, and we've got a 1v1 now. Paraswoop just might be able to win this. We gotta see. 10. It's gonna slow. And we pick up the win. That was a bit sketchy, but a win is a win. Freezard wasn't really able to get going that fight, but we still won. Yeah, Helmet, he puts a target on the dude in the back, which is actually really hard to fight against. We are going to take Filament and just get rid of them. And move on to a mystery event. Let's see what we got. You found your first mystery event, blah blah blah. Ooh, okay, so this was a -1. Lose 10 morale, or you have to make your Kadomon frail. We definitely don't want to be debuffing our team. I think I'm just gonna take the morale loss, unfortunately. And we'll move on to the ice ring, of course. So these are all guys we've seen before. I don't think we're going to add any of them to our team. I'm actually pretty happy with how our team's looking right now. Aside from that last fight, I think we should win most of these fights. But yeah, if you've been enjoying the video so far, please let me know below in the comments. I want to know what everyone thinks of this style of content. I know most of my subscribers so far are probably more familiar with my other type of videos, which is sort of the editing and the music mashups, but I want to sort of try to experiment with different stuff, maybe try and grow this channel a bit. So that could be like gaming content. I might try to learn how to make better music edits, because I don't know if anyone's noticed, but my recent stuff, I'm kind of just throwing shit together and like messing with the speed and stuff like that. But like actually learning some music theory and getting like FL Studio or some other music software, I think I could probably make some pretty cool stuff with that. But yeah, there could be sort of... We got 1,000 damage on Freezard, which is huge. And we are going to go with Zumbus, not that it matters. We're going to just get rid of him. Release. But yeah, sorry, I got a bit sidetracked there. I'm hoping to try and make some new types of content, like new music videos, possibly more gaming videos. I really want to try and cover this game more. I want to create videos with all sorts of crazy builds and like just see what's possible. I want to sort of follow this game as it develops. The indie team behind it is doing like such a great job, and I hope that it grows well. I love supporting indie games because I am actually an indie developer myself. I'm a college student right now, and I'm a game design major. So that's another type of content I want to make in the future, is sort of like just game design videos, you know? Whether it's talking about game design concepts or sort of even like devlog style videos, you know? Once I start, I'm not making any games right now, but I have plans to make some stuff soon, so I hope to cover that on the channel as well. So please let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Freezard over here is just casually sending out nukes for like 400 damage. It's actually insane. And yeah, just another 400 damage nuke, nothing big. I'm sure 23 health Prancier over here can take it. That was like 2,000 damage. Okay, Freezard, go off. Get more money, and let's go with... Okay, this guy has a pretty good item. The anti-gravity ball. That's a weird name for it. It should just be called the balloon, I feel. When hurt applies slow to the fastest enemy, that is going to be great for Kadomon. Stick that on him. And give him the XP candy. And let's continue on to the next stage. Okay, we've got another random event. This one, not really sure what it does. You kind of just pick a rune. And then, yeah, that's the whole thing. There's probably some sort of hidden secret meaning behind it, but I'm not really sure what it is. The community's still kind of trying to figure it out. We are going to face off against this team here. We've got a few ice types, but again, like nothing really for our team. I think our team's probably going to stay like this for the rest of the run. Freezard is going to carry. Icicrawl is like the secret MVP here, because he's giving our team like all this strength buffs with all the frost that's getting dished out. And then Kadomon isn't the best tank, but he's at least freezing the enemies, which is buffing our other guys. And then Paraswoop is like our speedster, he's speeding everyone up. So Freezard is doing Freezard things, and that's a casual 2,000 damage nuke. Kadomon's gonna take that hit just fine. Paraswoop's gonna speed buff. We got some spawnables. We got more speed buffs, and is it time for a Freezard nuke? It is. It's time for a 900 damage Freezard nuke. Just try this unit. You just win when you use him, and I think he's gonna evolve now actually into Wyvernity. Sick ass art there. We get to pick a bunch of rewards. None of these items are good. We get some money, field effects. Again, none of these are really good. We're just gonna take the money, but we don't even need it. And then we can recruit. Just go with you. Goodbye. And stick XP onto him. So we're actually in a bit of a weird situation right now, where we have so much money that we can actually, we don't need any of these items. We can buy mons from the shop, we're gonna buy them, and then sell them to get XP. This is by no means optimal, and I would not recommend doing this. But we just have so much money right now, might as well evolve Paraswoop. We got Paraflight now. Apply 3 slow to fastest enemy. And, ooh, I think that's 2 now. I'm pretty sure it was 1 before. So that just, like, doubled our speed. That might have just doubled our Wyvernity's DPS. Let's see what the campsite has for us. Another dark buff. That is huge. We're going to put that on a Kadomon. And now, our last wish is going to be even stronger. I'm pretty sure on death, we get 2 supers now. So this is Knocking. He is scary. He has these little spawnables, but then he steals all my buffs. So all of Wyvernity's buffs, Knocking is gonna steal. So this is probably the hardest fight in the game, and there's a good chance we lose here. He's stealing my revives, and he's stealing the speed and the attack. We're gonna see what happens. Freezard might just be strong enough that it doesn't matter. Cause I mean, or excuse me, not Freezard, he's Wyvernity now, but he might just one-shot the Knocking, honestly. We just gotta... It's really about who's faster, because they're both so fast here. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, 72, that's pretty low for Wyvernity's damage, honestly. 346, and one more hit should do it. As soon as he gets the chance to attack, there goes the buffs. I mean, the speed's just... Okay, there you go. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, okay, we got a few more spawnables. And goodbye. Huge damage from Wyvernity. Gonna get more rewards. Instantly gain 40 morale is pretty good. Can top that back off. And Ice Web. After ally super, deal 1 damage to the fastest enemy. Yes, please. We are gonna put that on Icicrawl. This game has a hidden mechanic called Hyper Evolutions, where once you get your guys to the 3rd stage evolution, they all have a secret item, and if you give them the secret item, you can get them to a 4th stage. Now, Icicrawl's hidden item is actually this item right here, the Ice Web. So once we get him to level 3, we'll be able to hyper evolve him to his level 4 stage. So we're definitely going to be putting XP on him for now. We can refresh the shop with this ticket, and there's not really anything good in this shop. So let's move on to the 3rd world. Got some ice types, and then we're actually going to take this path. I think we can handle the mini boss now, because getting the shop tickets is very nice. Paraflight's buffing everyone. He is gone. Slow down. And here come the Wyvernity nukes. Wyvernity? I think that's how you pronounce it. Wyvernity? I don't know. You have to let me know down below in the comments. Huge speed buffs, huge slow. I mean, we're getting to the point in the game where the numbers just like start scaling like crazy. I mean, like 30 speed, like we're just attacking near instantly. The enemies don't even get a chance to do anything. It's just such a crazy build. I mean, look at all this shit that's just getting pumped out. We're at 40 speed now, 47 for Icicrawl. He got picked off by something. I think he got poisoned. Yeah. 206 slow. Wyvernity, I mean... he just nukes the field. It's actually insane. And we got one more. I mean, see, even there, Icicrawl is still pumping out big damage. Of course, it's not Wyvernity level. Like... almost 2,000 damage compared to 11. Get some money, and nothing good here. Get my boy Wormant, sell him, get some XP. Bye. Alright, next stage. Specternal is another pretty good carry unit. Like, I'd say on par with Wyvernity. Like, if you want to do a dark run, I would recommend Specternal. And Borobor is a great scaling unit. Whenever you sell something, it gains attack, and then he basically gives his attack to all his teammates. So just solid tank for like dark builds, and dark is like, again, one of the best synergies in the game as well. So Calm-Out might go down here, but it literally does not matter when Wyvernity is just nuking everything. Again, was that 2,000? That was, I think that was 2,000 damage there. Slow himself, and it's like, it just stacks so much. Paraflight is just... because really, it's actually Paraflight that's enabling all this. The speed that just lets Wyvernity... like, it turns him into a machine gun, basically, and then he spits out nukes with, like, the passive. Because he attacks 3 times with his super. So he's just shooting out, like, 3 nukes at once. Let's see what this item does. Leaking battery. Before attack, deal 2 frail to the front enemy. Seems pretty decent, but I mean, our team's pretty much good. I don't think we need to change our team at all here, really. We're just gonna keep getting the XP. We're gonna actually sell a few more guys to try to evolve him. Man, all these guys are pretty expensive, unfortunately. We're gonna get the cheapest ones. Sell you, buy you, sell you. XP, XP. A few more fights should evolve him. And we got a mini boss, so let's see who we're up against. Oop, tutorial. Okay. So this dude changes, he's got a random type. And, okay, this could actually be a tough fight. He's going to deal damage whenever we buff ourselves. And of course, yeah, we're buffing ourselves a lot. This might be a loss, but we'll see what happens. If Wyvernity might just be able to nuke him in time though, so we'll see. Because yeah, he's going to spit out 1 damage every time we get one of these little buffs. So he actually kind of counters our team comp here, but I think we have enough damage to get through it. Yeah, Kadomon is just tanking it fine. We should be good here. As soon as Wyvernity gets his super, he's going to just shred through him, I think. Oh no, okay, Paraflight buffed everyone, and now the damage is rolling in. Ooh, okay. Wyvernity needs to get his super off before he nukes us. Ooh. Come on. So he's so close. He's like a tick away from it. There we go. We got it. Now we get a shop ticket. We can refresh the shop. On attack, apply. Ooh, this is gonna be a good Wyvernity item. He's gonna be spitting out. This is just gonna increase his slow output even more. None of these are good. We'll go with this one, I guess. Wyvernity's damage is about to go through the roof with the slime ball. Nothing else really good in the shot. Let's go ahead and evolve Ice Crawl. Should be enough, yep. Snow Widow. And as I was mentioning earlier, this Ice Web is going to hyper evolve Snow Widow after this next fight, which is going to give them even more stats. So let's get into the fight. They actually got a bit of a speed team going here. We got speed versus speed. Although this Wyvernity is not looking so hot here. They might go down. They had something that's poking. I think it's this dude. Yeah, you can see the little bow symbol next to his level. He targets the people in the back. So our Wyvernity actually went down, but they got revived from the dusk. And hopefully, okay, so they went down, so this might actually be a losing fight, but Snow Widow is still solid, so we might still be able to get through it without Wyvernity. We'll see. There goes Zumbus. There was a little bug going on there, I think, but it seems to be fixed now. Yeah, I think we're still good. Aquana shouldn't be able to 1v3 here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, like this team, I mean, we've barely taken any damage. I think we're gonna win with this. Here is the hyper evolution I was talking about. Skip that animation. Oop. Hyper Snow Widow. Some money. Get that. And we'll put XP on him now. Got another ice room. Oh, that's funny. Blizzation's got double ice typing right now because he's an ice water, and again we have the frozen modifier right now. He's a pretty solid ice tank, but Kadomon's just gonna help us better because he's actually putting the slow on the enemy team. Yeah, 152. Like, I think we won. I honestly, unless we lose to the final boss, I can't see any of these smaller fights wiping us out here, really. God, like, yeah, everyone's just so fast, the enemies don't even get to fight back. It's actually kind of insane. Speed buffs are going crazy. They don't even get the chance to attack because they're too busy buffing themselves. And then, okay, he actually picked off Wyvernity. Got the revive going on right now. 146 attack, 320. I mean, look at these numbers. Like, did you see that? That was like 5 hits of 1,000. How much damage did he deal there? Yeah, we're already getting into the crazy numbers. So you can see we're at 52,000. So we're gonna see how much damage we can get on the Wyvernity here. Does not really matter who we pick here. You're gonna get sold. XP can go on you. Release. Let's just see if we can. I know I was talking about it earlier, but the 17 million damage. Let's see if we can replicate that. See if we can maybe even break it. Like, Wyvernity might just be the best unit in the entire game, honestly. Got more. Yeah, we got so lucky here. Look at all the ice enemies we can fight. Spit out some damage, getting slowed down. He's already up to 10 speed, and the battle just started, and he's already spitting out nukes. Like, he just one-shots everything. They actually have another one of the snipers that is gonna pick him off, but I mean, does it even matter when he nukes everything? Let's see. This is actually not good because Wyvernity slows himself. Yeah, I think he might have slowed himself a bit too much. He's just not attacking now. So this might be a bit of a rough fight. Hopefully Hyper Snow Widow can pick up the slack. And yeah, we'll be fine. Easy. Get some money, and literally does not matter who we pick here. They're just gonna get sold. Get more money, get more XP. This should evolve Cold. There we go. Astronomical. Is that how you pronounce it? Astronomical. I think so, yeah. Okay. But yeah, he's just gonna be a solid tank for our team, as always. Another easy fight. We're getting close to the end of the run here. But yeah, this game came out a few days ago. It's currently in early access, but I would highly recommend picking it up. You can buy it on the Steam store, and it's $10. It's on sale right now for $9, and if you buy it early, then you get some free misprints of the starters. Misprints are like shinies. If you have played any of the Pokemon games, you would know what that is. It's sort of like rare color variations. I actually have Wyvernity's color variation. I think it's bugged right now and not showing, but it's cool. It turns in like black and red. I can actually pull it up here in this screen. This is like the Pokedex kind of. Got like all the different dudes. There's so many different Mons in this game that you can build teams around. But yeah, here's the shiny Wyvernity that I have, or it's technically called a misprint. I think it's just bugged right now, but like, it's so sick. Wyvernity is just such a sick Mon. Let's get back to the fight. Yeah. They got a Wormat, solid unit, but I don't think he's gonna stand a chance against Wyvernity here. Yep, goodbye, you got nuked. And that's another 10,000 damage. None of these items are good. Release. I mean, our team's basically maxed right now. We can just speed through to the final fight. Slower battle. There we go. There's the big 1,500 damage nuke. And did he get picked off? I think he got picked off. But he's still gonna spit out nukes, and then it's like he spits out the nukes, and then Paraflight just speeds him up, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Except I think he slowed himself too much. And see, sometimes I don't even know how this game works, because it feels like he shouldn't be attacking, but he's just spitting out the huge nukes for like 4k damage. It's crazy. But yeah, it's another 24,000 damage. Like, we're gonna have to see how high we can get that number in the final boss fight. Okay, we got one more fight, and then a campsite, and then the final boss. Let's get started. But yeah, please go check out this game. Go support it. I really want this game to grow and do well. And just indie gaming in general. I mean, for those unaware, the gaming industry is sort of in this very weird state right now, where like AAA games are sort of they're starting to die off, and indie games are really starting to take over, which is really cool to see as an indie developer. So I think in order to help this, we should just support indie games. I mean, this is just such a great game, and I want to see it do well. And you guys will have to let me know if you enjoyed this video, because I would love to make more content for this game. And that's another 3000 damage nuke. We got one more nuke coming out. Oh, he actually got some big buffs too. Is it on par with our team though? I don't think so. Goodbye. Okay, final boss time, I think. 3000 money does not matter. Okay. Do we get a good type? Okay, well, actually, Bug's pretty nice. That'll give us Bug synergy. Here's the shinies I was talking about. So I actually have this guy's shiny unlocked. We're gonna add Bug type to Wyvernity to get Bug synergy too. Now the final boss. This boss has 2 phases. So this first part, they're gonna spawn in some guys and some portals. Is that a shiny? I think that's a shiny. I'm not sure. But this first part's usually pretty easy. It's the second part of the fight that'll usually trip you up. This should just be like all our other encounters, because Wyvernity is probably about to one-shot this. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, not a one-shot, but like half its health. Yeah, only half the final boss's health in one hit. Not too crazy. There's the big damage nuke. Like, Wyvernity just wins runs. It's that simple. And we're still buffing ourselves. The fight's over, guys. You can stop. Okay, now we get to the real fight. So here is the final boss. It's pretty cool. You got like this perspective change, but what he does is he spawns all the dudes you released like earlier in your run. So you don't want to release anyone that's too strong, or you might have to fight against them and they could kind of ruin your run right here. I think we're gonna be fine though. I mean, if we released Wyvernity, that would have been a different story, but he should pick through all these guys like he's been doing. As long as he doesn't like slow himself too much. Because yeah, that's what he does, is he takes all the enemies slow and then he puts it on himself, but then he turns his own slow into attack, and then he attacks 3 times. So you have all this speed, all this slow, and all this attack going around, and it just turns into big number nukes. So there's another few enemies picked off. This boss is going to continue spawning in. You can see on the right side here, he's going to continue spawning in the dudes we released. There's a few more left, and then Wyvernity's probably just going to one-shot the boss. We'll see. But yeah, this has been Kadomon, or Kadomon Hyper Auto Battlers. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave a comment, subscribe, like, whatever you need to do. I hate asking for it, but I'm a small channel and I need all the help I can get, so I appreciate anyone's support, and thank you so much for watching. We've got a few more enemies here, but Wyvernity should be preparing to send out the final nuke. A few more buffs, a few more slows, speed buffs. There's the first nuke, and one more hopefully. Let's see, he's building it up. He may not get to send it out. Snow Widow, okay, hold on. See, this is what I'm saying, don't sleep on Snow Widow. And, okay, the nuke's almost ready. Like, the enemy doesn't even get to fight back. It's actually so unfair. I think they're gonna get one move off here. And then, yeah, here goes Wyvernity. As the yellow bar in the corner fills up. Here comes the nuke, I think. There it goes, and that was like 30,000 damage. Let's see how much damage we got. Okay, So not quite 17 million, but still, I mean, 115,000 is nothing to scoff at. So we are going to beat that fight. There's rewards here. I think it's a bug. The run is over, more or less. And there we go. We beat the game. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.